How's everybody doing? Happy Monday. You know, how you doing, Ty?
Doing all right.
It's Monday. Rookie mini camp happened, which, I mean, they don't even put pads on. They're just kind of getting their feet wet, more or less, looking at
Yeah.
what NFL speed actually looks like. And I was actually talking to my shop counselor. He's a 49ers fan. And, we were going over the last couple drafts. It's like we have been drafting some very athletically gifted guys.
Yeah.
Got to develop them. Right?
Exactly. That's all it is.
And we've got Greenlaw back. I'm not sure. I mean, I hope he can. I hope he plays the whole season for his sake, because if he does and he does good, that's more money for him moving forward. And for our sake,
plays well for us. Yeah, for our sake.
yeah, for our sake mostly. But I've been reading this stuff like who's the best free agent fit? Joey Bosa keeps coming up.
Yep.
And I was actually going to play a joke on everyone. I was going to talk about how Bosa and the Niners are currently, in a stalemate with contract talks. I wasn't going to mention the first name,
Uh-huh.
But it's just like he wants like $27.3 million over 2 years. The Niners are like, no, that's just not in the long-term budget. Which means we're thinking about, players retiring, taking big cap hits in the next several years. We're thinking about this stuff, right?
Yeah, you got to plan ahead. You got to plan for it, because it will happen. It can and will happen.
Oh, I know. And then I'm looking at like free agents, like who's a good fit here? The biggest name that comes up is Joey Bosa. It's like, why? Why is he such a good fit for us, right? Like,
yeah.
Just because we got the other Bosa on our team, maybe, right?
It's basically what it is.
I mean, us signing guys, trading for Osa from the Cowboys. That he gets a lot of pressures from the inside.
Yep.
I heard a couple podcasts talk about how it's Nick Bosa and then the rest. I'm like, hold up. What about Osa? And Keon White rushing from the inside, or Mikael Williams, which I don't know when Mikael Williams will actually be starting for us,
Mid-season.
And that's like the worst case, right?
Yeah.
It just
he got hurt mid-season. And you got to give him a full year to recover. I mean, ACLs are not fast. You can't rush an ACL.
You really can't. What's good, King? How's it going? And and then you got George Kittle, which best case scenario, he's ready to go in 6 months, but not necessarily in football shape.
Exactly.
So you got to give him a couple weeks, right?
Yep. So he can start off. What's up, King? He can start off on the pup and take a few weeks to, get acclimated, get back in football shape. You'll see them open that practice window, and he'll be ready to go. What's up, Papa J?
And that's kind of a big thing there is, we'll be getting guys back from injury. Like Nick Bosa, he was injured early enough in the season. He'll be back. He'll be back before the start of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Warner's already back. That's not even news there.
Yeah, exactly. He was ready to go last year.
And I was talking about free agent fits for us, and Joey Bosa comes up a lot. It's like,
it's the whole same narrative, right? It's laziness. It's like, oh, Joey Bosa, pair him with Nick Bosa. It's fun. San Francisco, yay! But no one wants to think outside the box. Like for me, I'm saying Cam Jordan would be the best fit. Right?
I honestly think I think Cam Jordan would help. Like we have a lot of young defensive linemen right now.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
like three guys we've picked in the draft in the last years in the interior. Romello Height, Mikael Williams. So we got 5 defensive linemen we've picked in the draft in the last couple of years on the roster. So honestly feel like he would help.
Yeah. And you think about him, he's more than just a situational pass rusher, which Joey Bosa would be. Cam Jordan can play every 3 downs. I mean, at this point in his career, I don't think you want him to play every 3 downs. You want to rotate him some. But as we know, the 49ers have suffered a lot of, let's say, uniform malfunctions in which players are unable to play. So you need a guy who could go in there and play all 3 downs if need be. And Cam Jordan can do that. Plus, he's coming off a year where he had 10.5 sacks last year. So, like, if you look at the edge rushers, he had the most production and sacks out of all of them. I think Joey Bosa had 6.5.
I think he had 2.5. If I
sacks? Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
So you see the discrepancy, right? So I'm like, why is everybody just throwing out Joey Bosa? He's the low-hanging fruit. He's easy. It's lazy to say his name. But if you look at Cam Jordan, he would be the clear and obvious guy that you would want to sign and have on this roster.
For his, he's an older guy.
Rookies, like you said.
I mean, he's an older guy. He's probably only going to want a 1-year contract because, at this point in his career,
exactly,
he's like,
or an opportunity to be on a winning team that can chase a ring, that is in, position to fight for a Super Bowl. That ain't the Saints, even though that's his hometown team, whatever. But like, it's the same thing with Mike Evans, a veteran who ain't looking for a bunch of money, but the opportunity to win a Super Bowl.
Yes.
So it would make sense for the 49ers, and it would make sense for him to come up with a mutual deal, come up to an agreement. But nobody's thinking about that. Everyone's taking the lazy route. Oh, Joey Bosa.
Bosa. Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh, pair him with his brother. Ooh.
I'm not necessarily a big fan of that.
What's up, Chad?
So
me either.
I mean, we have Romello Height, which he's going to start his career as a situational pass rusher.
Yes.
After he gains some weight, he could become that guy. But at the start, he's going to be getting his NFL body. He's going to be coming in on pass rushing downs.
Yeah, he's a straight up speed rusher right now. Go in there, get the quarterback. That's it.
I mean, we got guys on the outside. We got Joey. We got Nick. I was going to say Joey.
Yeah.
We got Nick Bosa. We got Romello Height. We got Sam O. We got Keon White. All these guys are healthy right now, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
We have Mikael Kamara from Indiana, who's a pass rusher I had my eye on in the mock drafts, but whenever I would think, okay, now it's time to pick him, he always goes like I get sniped. I always got sniped with that guy. But we ended up getting him in undrafted free agency, which he could make the squad.
Yeah.
Especially with Mikael probably starting the year on the PUP. He could make the squad.
Most definitely.
So I mean, then on the interior, we still got the guy I like, Evan Anderson. He was on our practice squad all last year.
Yeah, he was there. Reason. Yep.
We have Alfred Collins. We have CJ West. We got Osa, who we traded for, and we have Grace Halton. Isn't that his? Now, that I honestly like Grace Halton. I've watched some tape on him after we drafted him.
Yeah.
And I was like, this guy's kind of intriguing on the inside,
Yeah.
So we got our big fellers. We got 3 big fellers, and we got 2 smaller interior defensive
Yeah.
tackle. You know, it's
So you talk
almost
about
like Raheem Morris was saying, yeah, we're still going to play the wide 9. Are we going to play the wide 9, or are we going to play your version of it?
exactly. It's going to be his version of it.
That's exactly how I'm feeling. I don't think he's going to be the true wide 9.
No, it's going to be his version where he likes to get pressure up the middle. That's why he brought in Osa and Grace Holton, one gap penetrators that could get upfield, right?
Yep.
He's going to be running his thing. It's not going to be all just pressure from the sides, like in our wide 9. That's all we would concentrate on, pressure from the sides. He's going to be coming right up the gut, getting right in your face.
And then, just the fact that we have, Nick Bosa is going to be healthy. Mikael Williams, I've heard, I saw like in OTAs, he showed up, but he was just doing some straight line work, rehab wise, right? And that's just the point where he's at.
Yeah.
He is a young man. You never know. He could be earlier. He could be ready earlier than mid-season, but I feel like don't rush him back. Just don't.
You don't.
We got him for several more seasons. There's no sense in jeopardizing anything when it comes to the young man.
Mm-hmm.
There's Daniel Berry. What's up, buddy?
What's up? Yeah.
Local Rams fan. He's a cool Rams fan though. He's not like Rudy.
Yeah. The ACLs normally take 12 months, right? A full year. It'd be 11 months, but 11 to 12.
Yep.
He's nowhere near that. Talking about Mikael Williams. He's nowhere near that.
And it was week 9. It was week 9 of last year.
Exactly. Week 9. So you got to think of week 9 this year.
Yeah.
Like that should be your around date. Not, he's going to be ready for camp. No. Everybody needs to pump their brakes.
Oh, this is funny. So is it called the Inglewood Rams? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about that.
So it's the Inglewood Rams then.
Yep.
Right? Arizona Cardinals are still Arizona Cardinals because they can play anywhere in the state.
They play in Glendale. The New York Giants and New York Jets play in New Jersey.
So they're the New Jersey Giants and Jets, right?
Exactly. The Dallas Cowboys play in Arlington. Like none of these teams play where they say they're from. So,
well, I heard something about the Kansas City Chiefs moving from one state to the other state, but they're still going to be technically the Kansas City.
Yeah, kind of like the Jets and the Giants. They're moving across state lines, but keeping the city name. So there you go.
Well, and so we were talking like the free agent market, right? And like Taylor Decker, the tackle, still on the market. That's kind of surprising because he's a solid player,
Mm-hmm.
And he asked for his release.
Yeah.
And then the Lions said, "Okay, we'll just draft your replacement."
Yeah.
What's
the business of football there?
I mean, I don't think that even works out 50% of the time, but it's just one of those things, right?
Yeah.
But like the guard Kevin Zeitler is still available.
Yep.
Right. I don't honestly know if we're going to be going after maybe a veteran free agent to play left guard, which if we do that, we already have Robert Jones, right?
Yeah, we signed a bunch of guys already.
We did. We signed Robert Jones. We signed some backup that was with the Eagles. I don't know if Lowe squad.
Was that Lowe or a different guy? Like we signed so many guys.
Vernon Lowe is a swing tackle from New England.
Okay, he was from New England. Okay, so
he's I think he's going to be our swing tackle.
Yeah, So who's the guy from the Eagles? I can't remember his name then.
Tooth. It's like Tooth
Tooth,
or something like that.
Yeah, Toth. Yes, that's his name.
Yeah.
Yes. So we signed those two guys, and we drafted a guard.
We drafted two guards. We drafted what was his name? Carvin, is it Willis?
Willis, yeah. It was Willis
Carver
Willis.
That's his name. And then Enrique Cruz. Now,
Cruz.
Yeah.
Who can really play right tackle. But
so
they're already projecting him as guard. But like how many guards we gonna bring in? Like
well, you know,
and we still have the guys from.
Can you actually give these guys with the first team to see what they're like? Right.
And we still have the guys we drafted last year. We brought in last year, Connor Colby, and there's another guy. So like,
well, Zach Moss ended up with another team.
Okay.
So that's the guy that was dating the wrestling guy's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ended up with another team last year because we let him go. But yeah, we do still have Connor Colby.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so that's essentially 5 guys that are going to be trying out for one. Not to mention Brock Purdy's roommate, Nick Zakel.
I was just about to bring him up too. I was letting you finish, but you got him. So it's like
6 guys for one spot. It's like
right. And then we're going to bring in another. I was like, hold on. We got enough going on there.
And I mean, is this like a situation like what the Cleveland Browns did with quarterback last year? They signed Joe Flacco. They drafted 2. They still have Deshaun Watson.
Yep.
I think. Oh, they traded for Kenny Pickett too. So they had 5. They were throwing everything at the wall just to see what stuck. You know, it was like, I don't know if that's what we're doing at left guard, but you know, if it works, it works. I heard from rookie minicamp in it's only 2 days worth of action that Carver Willis was more or less looking like an interior offensive lineman.
Yeah.
You know, might not have what it takes to be on the outside. A lot of people are like arm length. Now look, if a guy is athletic, then he can have short arms and play tackle. Okay.
Exactly.
So it's like you don't have to have 34 to 36 inch arms to be playing offensive tackle.
Exactly. You know? People get too carried away with the measurements, the ideal measurements. Ugh. Can you block or not? Can you move your feet and block? That's it.
Exactly it.
That's it.
You know? And I mean, when it comes down to it, it was time. It might have just been time to get some young talent that we're going to have for cheap, in the offensive line room.
Mm-hmm.
Which, that gives us 3 guys we've drafted over the last 2 seasons for the offensive line.
Yeah.
And of course, we still have Pooney, who we drafted the season before, right?
Well, look how good Dominic Pooney worked out.
Yeah.
Young lineman in there. What if Carver Willis is the same? Now we don't really have to worry about guards for a while.
That's exactly.
We don't have to bring in 6 guards. We're okay at the position.
I feel like we have like one of these guys are going to start. Who knows who? We'll just have to see how training camp and OTAs plays out, and who's standing out.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's like whoever's sitting over there, just be ready because you're going to be dealing with some guys.
Yeah.
The Rams and the Seahawks got some guys. You're going to be dealing with that. So, and I just look at it like, year in, year out, everybody gets hyped up. Are we going to pick offensive line early this? No, folks. Just, when we all give up on it and no one thinks that is when we'll do it.
Yeah. Well, we pick offensive linemen. We pick guys up, right? But they're just later in the draft. Everyone wants one like first round. Pick one first round. Which,
And
if you look, wait, real quick, if you look at the reaction of this fan base every draft, it doesn't matter if we pick a offensive lineman in the first round or fifth round. They won't be happy. Why'd you take that offensive lineman there? You could have gotten him later.
Oh yeah. Like why'd you take Stribling there? You could have got him later. Is that before Tennessee traded back?
Mm-hmm.
Because Robert Saleh said he would have took him, but then they traded back a few picks later, if I remember right. So it's like, if Stribling was there, I don't know if they would have traded back, and we probably wouldn't have got him.
Yeah.
Right? That's why you take your guy when you pick.
Exactly.
These guys all use the term reach. And I say that's a relative term because all the people that are making, this is about the range where that guy should be picked. Okay, do you guys work for an NFL team?
There you go.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
So how do you know when that guy's going to be picked? Like, obviously you're not working for an NFL team. And I feel like if you were really good at your job, you would be. That's just how I feel.
Right. If you really had the skill. Who cares? The teams are terrible at this.
A lot of teams, dude. Like, if you look at the draft and success rate league wise, he's not lying.
Like, I bet.
It's
a crapshoot.
It is a crapshoot, and that's why like all these guys getting picked up undrafted, and then they make the team and do something with their career. It's like there's no surprise here, right? Uh-oh. We're not doing that.
Listen, I'm not going to explain
me and this guy debate
reaches.
The reach things all the time. We debate that all the time.
It reaches.
Well, like I said, these guys claim to be scouts, but they don't work for an NFL team, do they? So
listen, I did this on my channel. When these experts are making their lists, they're just making a list based on, this guy is better than this guy and better than this guy. So if a guy is at number 10, that's just an arbitrary list. This is my random top 10 list. It doesn't take into account what teams are picking and when. It doesn't.
Well, on top of that, these guys, like, if they went off just stats, the list would be vastly different.
Yeah.
But they're also going off physical measurables and other things. What could this guy become? Well, if he's not that right now, his senior year in college, what gives you the idea he's going to get in the NFL and all of a sudden become that?
Yeah.
It's like, so it's just one of those things, and if you look at everyone's list, they're vastly different for a reason.
Yeah.
It's a guessing game. So will all our guys work out? Probably not. I mean, percentage wise, NFL league wide says they're probably not all going to work out. But yeah, so anyway, I read that article about the 2 top free agents for the Niners, and it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And I just don't. I mean, like the big NFL news is Karen Rodgers signed with the Steelers. Surprise, surprise.
Yep. Right?
Like, they drafted a kind of raw quarterback in Drew Aller, but that's Mike McCarthy's thing. That's his project, right?
Yep.
So I'm actually going to look up NFL current. Like, we talked about Cam Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
That's a guy I would love to bring in.
Yep.
These guys are talking about edge defender Jalen Phillips, way overpaid. Holy cow!
Yeah.
Um,
Jadeveon Clowney is another free agent defensive end out there. He could
well,
be
he is
something.
still a free agent, isn't he?
Yeah. I like him just simply because of the body type. Once again, a guy who can play 3 downs if need be. Right? Like it's important to have that versatility. Where all right, you're strictly you're going to be our situational pass rusher, but if something happens, hey, I need you on first and second down also. Like I'd rather have that than trying to ask our rookie who's 230 pounds to try to be out there, playing defensive end and setting the edge. It's not going to work. And we've seen
All
that in the
right.
past.
All right. So I found a list of current free agents, buddy. Current. Like I
Mm-hmm.
was just looking at it going, why aren't these guys showing current? So the best available free agent, according to this site, is Taylor Decker, the guy I was talking about, the offensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got Stephon Diggs. There's
Ooh.
Joey Bosa. There's the guy that everyone says, hey, the Niners should target. Right?
Uh-huh.
And Joel Botinio, the guard.
He's a guard, right?
I
Yeah.
probably hacked up his name. 34-year-old guard, though. It'd be like a 1-year pass job.
All these guys are older.
Debo
Up in
Samuel
their 30s.
is ranked 5th on this list. Go figure.
What? That's crazy.
I know. Is he ever going to sign anywhere? Cam Robinson, the offensive tackle from the Cleveland Browns, is still available? Huh, that's interesting. There's a AJ Espinoza. You know, he's still available? He's only 27. I mean, good for 5-6 sacks a season, you know. But yeah, there's Cam Jordan right there. 10.5 sacks.
That's what I said.
I know.
Think about that.
It's just at age 36, too. He's 37 now.
Yeah.
But at age 36, gets 10.5 sacks, you know.
Remember, Cam Jordan is one of those like athletically gifted guys. He's a freak. He's a former All-Pro. I know that was some years ago. But like he still has that high motor. He can still get after it. And if we bring him here, we're not telling him, hey, you got to play every snap. So him having that high motor would help out.
Now, you know, everyone's wanting us to add to the tight end room, which I'm like, why? You know, at the same time, I kind of feel like Luke Farrell might not have been a great signing.
No.
For the money, anyway.
Yeah.
Jonnu Smith, the tight end, 31 years old. He had 38 receptions last year. 68.4% of his career yards have come after the catch. So that's a guy that we could take a flyer on, right?
Yep.
Ooh, Trevon Diggs is still out there. There's Jadeveon Clowney.
Mm-hmm.
He had 8.5 sacks last year, so he was still productive at age 33.
So you see what I'm saying? You got guys with way more production, a better body type, a better fit than Joey Bosa. But because his last name is Bosa, it's like he should go to San Francisco.
Ooh, do we need a practice squad QB? Because Russell Wilson's still available.
Oh my gosh. I thought he was doing TV. It came out that he was going to sign up with NBC or one of those networks.
It's just funny. Russell Wilson. It's like, really?
Yeah. God, no.
So do these guys actually say how many? Okay, so he had 5 sacks last year.
Joey?
Hold on.
What are you talking about?
For the Bills, he had, Joey Bosa had 5. But still.
Samuel was up there. Okay.
That's still not 8.5 or 10.5.
Thank you. You see what I'm saying? It's like people talk about it like he was this world beater. But I was like, yeah,
I mean, there's this guy on the Rams who a few years ago I liked in the draft. He's good for 5-6 sacks a season. His name is Dabby. Same
Yaya's out there.
thing. Same thing.
He's way younger.
I liked him in the draft. He ended up with the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, like a few other guys that I liked in the draft, but that's just all in the past. There's nothing I can do about that, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so off-season program wise, like when does everything actually begin, Ty?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because I mean, it starts up in like what, mid-June?
Yeah, I want to say mid-June. Hold on, I can look that up right now. Rookie minicamp just happened. OTAs start. The first session starts May 27th. So in 9 days. It's a 2-day session, which they're basically just go through physicals. 27th, 29th, then June 1st, then a day off in June 3 through 4. Then they get mandatory minicamp June 9 through 10th. So there you go. So we'll see some 7-on-7s during minicamp. You'll see all that.
Trade for King Henry. Now Brian's been trying for this for a couple seasons now.
Listen, until Kyle puts the backup running back on the field, it'd be a waste of a trade. It's just a waste. King Henry would be sitting there getting 5 carries a game. If that, it'd be terrible.
And this is the fact right here. The only thing that matters is winning the Super Bowl. And he had 5 of those, Kenny, but still, it's not 10.5 sacks. I didn't actually look at Cam. I need to look at how many fumbles Cam Jordan forced, because that's the guy I would, with the young defensive line group we have, target Cam Jordan. He's been in the league a long time. He would teach those guys a lot, right?
Indeed, he would.
That's just how I look at it, Oh. I'm hearing people's phones go off in the background. That's weird. But same notification I have too. That's the
They're trying to spy on you.
That makes me laugh.
No, wait, hold on. I gotta get a power cord. Running out of juice. Give me a sec.
I got translation earbuds, buddy.
Nice.
I want to be able to talk to the Hispanic folk, and I got another set of translation earbuds I can hand them. They can hook up to their phone.
Goes both ways. There you go. That's right.
We'll be able to talk.
Communication is key.
Yes. I need to learn Spanish. Honestly, that's just how I look at it. All right, where's the FFs? Where's the forced fumbles? Forced fumbles. Cameron Jordan had 2. Said 10.5 sacks, though. I mean, holy cow. But I wonder, AJ Espinoza, was it? Let's look at AJ Espinoza. There's another guy that's sitting there unsigned, folks. Unsigned. 6'6", 260 pounds, prototypical 4-3 defensive end. And who texted me? Probably Kenny. Oh. So last year, he had a whole up in 2.5 sacks. What is this? 2.5 sacks last year. 0 forced fumbles. I don't know. Only 2 games started though. So he was the rotational guys for the Bills last year.
Yep.
He's the guy you sign if someone goes down in camp. Because then it's a low risk signing, like something bad and they have to cut him. No harm, no foul, right?
Yep.
Ooh, we did used to have a guy named Chase Young, but he had a bit of a. I mean, I can't say. It's like all kinds of people would say, "Oh, he gives up on plays." Well, number one, is he going to be able to catch the guy?
Yeah, he was giving.
There's kind of a reason that happened, It's like
his backside pursuit was horrible. He was giving up on a lot of pursuit. So that's why I had that. Malik Collins, I liked a lot. I didn't want to let him go.
When they let him go, I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And he proceeded to go to the Cleveland Browns and have a really good season from the interior.
Yeah.
But they also have that one guy that commands a lot of attention on the outside named Myles Garrett.
He's a difference maker. Yeah. He's pretty good.
So, there's a trickle-down effect. One guy coming in, he might help, but he makes more of a difference if there's another guy beside him to also help take some of the blockers away. Like Nick Bosa, when we lost him last year, it was like, oh boy, because he is that guy.
Yeah,
he's not only taking 1 or 2 offensive linemen; they're chipping him with the tight end, the running back. They're throwing 2 to 4 guys at him every play. They have to game plan for him, therefore freeing up the other guys to do work. Right?
That's very true.
And a lot of people are like, oh, he only gets 9 sacks. Okay, he only got 9 sacks, but how many other sacks was he responsible for just because he was on the field and they had to plan for him and the other guy was on single coverage? He had one guy blocking him. So he does make a big difference. And now we have Osa on the inside. We have Bosa on the outside. We got our 2 big blocker eating run stuffers in Collins and West, who more than likely will make the team. I look at Evan Anderson like he's that same guy, right?
He stuck around for a reason. If you go back to his rookie year, man, he played well.
I know
he was getting in the backfield.
Up the middle too. It's like that's why as last year went and we were lacking in the pressure department. I'm sitting there going, "Where's CJ West? Where's Sebastian Valdez?" Because that dude ain't bad pass rushing from the inside either.
Put them big guys out there.
I mean, we have guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, but typically we keep 10, 11 defensive linemen.
Yep.
And that's what I'm looking at this year is what they'll do. Mikael Williams starting on the pup. And then, as the season progresses, maybe we'll lose a guy and there's Mikael Williams' spot, right?
Yeah.
I hope we don't. I hope we get through this season unscathed, injured, and have to make some hard decisions when people come back. I mean, it would be ideal, A lot of people are making record predictions. Honestly, I look at this team like, yeah, our schedule's not easy. No. What's new? Right?
Yeah. It's like,
we started out we had the easiest schedule before the season started last year, and we ended up with the 6th toughest schedule in the league.
Yeah.
And won 12 games. With a lot of guys out, a lot of all-pros and guys that make differences out. So this year they're back. Hopefully we can stay healthy. They made improvements to the training facilities, which was always get knocked. You've seen that grade every year, right?
Yeah.
We always get knocked on our training facilities. So Jed York finally threw some money at it. I mean, is the power station an issue? According to that one scientist guy, it's not, but I don't know. I'm not a scientist, you know. I haven't done years worth of research to actually know. But
the human body, people hate this whole substation thing. Injuries are injuries. They're going to happen. And everyone has talked about injuries in different ways, but a lot of people have not brought up simple human biology. The human body just wasn't meant to do certain things. The human body wasn't meant to get banged around the way it does in football.
no.
Like, so an injury is going to happen. It's going to happen. And there's nothing there. That's the simplest explanation. Like, ankles aren't meant to turn outward. They're not.
They're really not.
Yeah.
Now, Kenny, remember on my conversation, it's kind of relative because you don't know what the teams they're playing are going to do throughout the season.
Mm-hmm.
So typically, like, people say what they want about easy schedules at the end of the year. That's when you know if they had an easy schedule or not.
Yeah.
You know, if you base it off last year, which teams changed vastly every offseason, so you don't know what a team's going to do the next year, you know, other than the Jets and the Raiders and maybe the Cardinals.
Right.
You know what they're going to do.
Consistent. But if you remember, 2025, 2024, 49ers finished 6-11, right?
Yeah.
So on the 2025 schedule, the 49ers were an easy team. Think about that.
That's right.
The 49ers were an easy team.
That's right. You're not
We
lying.
were an easy team on these teams' schedule, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's the perception. Of course, we weren't. We gave teams hell, even with injuries. So you can't just base it off of, that team, they finished, 5-12 last year. They're easy. Nope. Ain't got nothing to do with this season.
He guessed our exact schedule and all their losses except for one game. Don't forget, you're dealing with a baby. Ah, ha, ha. That's funny. That's what he said we'd do during the summer.
Cool.
But, I mean, I always give it some gimme. You know, it's like it depends on health. That's how I always view it. You know, I said last year, we'd win 11 to 14 games depending on health. I honestly think if we were healthy, we would have won 14 games.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this year we have a young, energetic squad coming to town. We have a different defensive coordinator who's more aggressive. I honestly think, we do have some tough games and we're traveling dang near 38,000 miles. If you include the bus drive to the airport and away from the airport, it is over 38,000 miles, right?
It is over 38,000. Yeah.
Right? If you include the bus ride, I mean, you got to. But and that's like the most since the team's traveled since, like, I think 2002 or something. 2 international games. I've heard a lot of people saying we're going to lose to the Vikings in Minnesota, and I'm like, not in Minnesota, but in Mexico. My bad. But I'm like, it's not in Minnesota. Like Minnesota, we haven't won there in many years. It goes back to the 90s.
Yeah.
But it's not in Minnesota. It's in Mexico, and it's our home game.
It's technically our home game, indeed.
So I'm looking at that like
it's a different dynamic.
At this point, Kyler Murray's their quarterback, a guy we know very well.
Could change, but as of right now, like, is anyone fearing Kyler Murray?
I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly. I don't think any 49er fan would.
they signed a guy you may have heard of, Juwan Jennings, and it's almost like Addison isn't necessarily the best run blocker in the world. So when they're running the ball, Juwan Jennings is going to be their wide receiver too. When they're passing the ball, he might be wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4.
He'll be 3. They'll put him in the slot. It's excellent slot receiver. So
I think Juwan Jennings will actually benefit from that situation because Justin Jefferson and Addison and their tight end Hutchinson will take coverage away from him, which last year our wide receiver core, Juwan Jennings was receiving premium coverage.
Yeah.
Excuse
me. He was basically wide receiver 1.
Exactly. Right? And that's the attention he was getting.
When Pearsall went down, he was basically wide receiver 1.
What?
And stayed that way. So
you think JJ McCarthy will beat out the mighty midget? I don't know, man.
I like JJ. He showed some great promise. It was up and down, as any rookie would be, as any young rookie would do.
Now, he didn't actually get a rookie season, so that was his rookie season.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying is that was his rookie season.
Yeah.
This next year will be his second year, even though technically it's the third because of the injury. But
second year playing, which is a whole different, ball game. You got to be on the field.
Oh my goodness! Now think about this. Now, Kenny, the Cardinals are starting. Is it Carson Beck or Jacoby Brissett or? I don't know. That's an excellent question, actually.
In the season.
I mean, if we play good and the Seahawks and the Rams beat up on each other, which I think will happen, then we could sneak in. We could sneak in and take the NFC West.
It's like a sneaking in. We taking it. We scared of these teams.
Hey, this is something else I was discussing with my shop counselor is the Rams went all in for 3 years before they actually won it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is their first year going all in. So it's like, are they actually there? I don't know. The season hasn't started. Matthew Stafford is a good quarterback. He's not getting any younger. The back ain't getting better.
Yeah.
He's going to have to get another epidural before the season, or that's actually what he did before last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, all it takes is one good hit in the right spot. I hate to say it, but it's like that for every NFL player, is it not?
Yeah, exactly. It is. Because you're always one hit away. So
yes.
Or if you're playing in Giant Stadium, you're one step away.
One wrong cut.
Exactly. It could be one step.
One funny step where you're
straight
not
line go down. Ain't even cut. So,
I mean, the human body is pretty forgiving coming from a guy that has beat it up good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And on that turf, if you a lot of times the NFL players are cutting and they're taking steps that, maybe they shouldn't be taking on turf. Right. And on MetLife, it's not forgiving. So you have to be on point with your foot angle, all this stuff. Like if it's not, you're injured. That's it.
Yep.
I don't know if they ended up redoing their turf or not. That's not us problem. Well, hold on. Do we play there?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We go there this season. Yeah.
Toward the end of the season?
2 weeks after the Mexico game. So I don't have the schedule in front of me. I just know it's 2 weeks after the Mexico game.
I believe I took a screenshot of that. The worst schedule at some point.
Week 11, week 13, somewhere around there. I don't know. I do not have it memorized like the schedule geeks yet.
Schedule geeks.
That's right.
And I mean, I'm not necessarily a schedule geek. All kinds of people are making record predictions. I'm going to say the same thing I said last year: 11 to 14 wins, depending on health. I want to see, when do we play there? Hopefully, it's not in the dead of winter when that.
No, it's early December. It's like December 6th.
I mean, I'm just
It's
saying,
early.
like, I don't want to play when the turf is nice and frozen. I know they
Yeah.
heat those fields. Like Green Bay actually has a heated field. I don't know if anyone knows that. If they didn't, those guys would pretty much be running around on concrete. That's how hard the ground would be from being frozen.
Yeah, but December 6th usually isn't that cold. It'll be good football weather. So guys don't have much to worry about there.
That won't be bad.
Nah.
Man, that 4-game stretch though, right after that game, the Rams, the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Eagles. We always seem to have a 4-game stretch, right? That's
always.
like
Every year.
That's like, oh, we got 4 tough games in a row.
Yeah.
You know?
It's every year.
And then we end the season playing the Cardinals. So, I don't know. I mean, still have NFL free agents to be had. The Niners, I pretty much think we're going to stick with the people we have right now.
Yeah.
And
I don't think you're going to see any signings until camp starts, and if a player goes down or if they're not working out or whatever. But they're not going shopping right now.
No.
They're happy with the roster as is.
Dang, Kenny. Yeesh. Hope not. I'm hoping for 6. Oh, that's right. We typically don't start hot, so this really could happen.
Yes, we do. Remember the year we started 5-0?
I know, but I'm talking like all those seasons we started out like 3-5, or the first 8 games was mid, but then we went out.
That was long.
That happens.
Those days
too.
are gone.
So
Those
it's
days
just
are gone.
I mean, I look at it like typically we don't start out hot, but we're not in mid-season form yet.
That was pre-2020.
Oh boy. Wow, Kenny.
That's cool. See you after the season when you're dead wrong.
Take a receipt there, We'll
Uh-huh.
revisit that at the end of the season.
He already said 12-5, didn't he? He declared it in the summer. We got your declaration on record.
He said 8-9, no playoffs, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, all right, Ty, you got anything else to add, buddy, before we get out of here?
Nah, buddy, just looking forward to OTAs and such, seeing those young guys out there. I know I say it a lot, but I love the off season just to get a look at the young guys and see, their potential, what they could potentially do for us. So that's all I'm looking forward to.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the left guard battle between those 6 guys. That's like, holy crap!
Right? It's the battle of the century here. It's like a battle royale.
Taking the same approach Cleveland Browns took last year at quarterback.
Yep.
And they still don't know who their starter is at week 1. Just saying. Shout out to Kenny.
Yep.
So we're gonna get on out of here. Uh-oh. He said the summer isn't here yet.
It's hot enough.
The seats are my specialty.
It was 80 degrees here. We're counting.
I'm remember that 8 and 9, Kenny. I remember that. But as my guy Corey Davis used to say, go 49ers and F all 31 other teams.
Yeah.
And as Mr. Corona is saying,